Salut! Sunt Dumitru Rada. Materialul pe care îl veți vedea în continuare este format din două zoom-uri separate. Unul a fost filmat în echipa mentorului meu din New York, unde am avut plăcerea și onoarea să fiu invitat ca și speaker în acel Zoom. A fost o deosebită onoare și chiar m-am bucurat foarte tare pentru că după 3 ani de muncă în care tot am învățat 3 ani și ceva, am avut onoarea să vorbesc în echipa lui ca și speaker. Lucru la care nu m-aș fi așteptat niciodată la momentul în care am început să învăț despre Forex. Nu m-aș fi gândit niciodată că o să ajung la un nivel în care mentorul tău și o să vedeți și voi, un om care a făcut foarte mulți bani, a și pierdut foarte mulți bani, te invită să vorbești și are încredere în tine să te prezinte echipei lui, o echipă care este la nivel internațional, worldwide, erau oameni de peste tot, nu numai americani, englezi și din toate țările lumii. Participau în Zoom-ul lui, undeva în seara aia au fost undeva la vreo 160-170 de urmăritori și am avut onoarea să fiu prezentat și a avut încredere în mine să vorbesc în Zoom-ul lui. Și m-am bucurat pentru invitația lui în acel Zoom și de asemenea am făcut și eu același lucru, l-am invitat să vorbească și el pentru echipa mea formată din 99% suntem români. Și m-am bucurat că a dorit și a zis, da, hai, o să fiu cu mare drag, vin și eu la tine în echipa ta și am să le vorbesc. Și așa că am pus în materialul ăsta, am pus cele două zoom-uri. Primul zoom în care a vorbit el în America, nu l-am pus în întregime, o să fie decât partea în care am început eu să vorbesc și finalul. Dar o să fie în întregime partea, de fapt este în întregime partea în care el a venit și a vorbit în echipa noastră, în echipa mea. Și vă recomand cu drag să ascultați pentru că este foarte educativ acest Zoom, acest material. Cel puțin din punctul meu de vedere ce a spus el acolo pe partea de mindset este genial, pentru că în Forex nu este vorba doar de a ști să tranzacționezi și de a ști intrările și a înțelege charturile, foarte mult este vorba despre mindset. Dar vă las pe voi să urmăriți acest material, aștept comentariile voastre și dacă aveți întrebări puteți să mi le adresați și pe pagina personală pe Facebook Dumitru Rada. Puteți să intrați, am o comunitate Pro Trading Community pe Facebook sau pagina de Facebook Pro Trading, unde mă găsiți acolo. Bine, vă salut și vizionare plăcută!
So what I want to do real quick, without overcomplicating everything, right? I'm gonna bring on a special guest. Now, this individual, right? Like I said, he was with me about a couple of years ago. He's actually out in London, a very good friend, an amazing photographer. So if you're ever in London and you need a photographer, Dimitri is your guy. Like, he actually did all our content when we were out in UK. For me and the team, like, just an amazing photographer. Worked with like some big name brand, I think Vogue and all that good stuff. Just, he's absolutely awesome. But besides that, he has turned into a phenomenal trader, right? His growth, sheesh, you know what I mean? And one thing I want you guys to understand is, he's been at the craft for like over 3 years now. All right. So many of you guys who come in here and you think you're going to become this, master trader in 30 days and 40 months. There's some of you guys, you'll send me messages and be like, yo, Steve, I want to learn how to trade, but I don't want to come back into IML. I totally understand that, but you understand, right? And I don't care if somebody even sold you a dream. right? You can't master something in 30 days. Even everything I just went over just now, you're not going to learn that in 30 days, guys. Like we got to get realistic about goals, right? And accomplishing goals and what you want to do. All right. It takes time and takes dedication, right? Me and Demetrio, we got on a call yesterday and I didn't even notice he was telling me he literally trades nonstop with him and his team, right? From like 7 in the morning to like 5 in the afternoon. I said, whoa, like you're crazy, but I get it though, right? Like that's the commitment, that's the dedication, right? You're studying, you're learning, you're putting in that time. And if you want to see these, these results that you guys are hoping for, you have to do the exact same thing. You have to do the exact same thing. And if not that, more, bare minimum. But just hop in. If you guys think, well, Stevenson's going to get me there with his free sessions in Telegram. As you guys can see, sometimes there's days or weeks where I won't drop one morning session for you guys. All right. And it's not because I don't like you or anything like that. I happen to be busy or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, just like right now, somebody asked me, hey, Steve, when you're done with this recording, make sure to drop it in Telegram. No. Right. You can't choose how you get free. You can't choose how you get free. Right. You should be grateful and blessed you're on this call right now, that I'm taking time out of my Saturday afternoon to just even host this, because some of you guys, you probably caught an aha moment today, right? You probably caught an aha, oh, that just made sense. I get that, perfect. But you can't choose how you get free. No, it's free. Just be grateful, be happy. Damn, you did that for me, I appreciate it. Anything you throw my way, perfect, right? It's crazy. I always get people, Steve, when's your next YouTube video? Whenever I drop it. What the hell? I'm sorry, do you pay me? Right now, if you pay me, different story. Sure, I'll drop it when you need me to drop it, but for free, I drop it when I drop it, right? You go do the work. You go study. You go put that time and effort, all right? So all jokes aside, I'm about to pass this over to Demetrio. Like I said, guys, really listen before you hammer the chat and ask question. Let him, and you really need to listen because he has a little thick accent. All right. Love the show, but he got a little thick accent, but he's turned into a phenomenal trader. And this is no strategy he's going to put you on that you've never seen before. Pretty much what I do right here, but even simpler and more for you to understand if you listen and pay attention. Right now, he's even trading on the seconds time frame, which is amazing. So, not even on the 1 minute, the seconds time frame, which is crazy, right? So I'm gonna bring on my good friend, my guy, Demetrio. Demetrio, I'm gonna pass this over to you. Move the highlight, make you host. You can share your screen. And you guys, give your undivided attention to Demetrio. He didn't have to do this. Right now, it's what? 11 o'clock in London, right?
10 now.
It's 10 o'clock. So it's 10 o'clock in London. He could be asleep, could be watching whatever they watch in London.
Trading.
There you go. Exactly. Right.
But non-stop in trading, mate.
He decided to stay up for me. He said, yo, I'll gladly get on the call and provide some value for the people and show them, how I analyze the market, what I've learned, the mentality, the mindset, and, how to really take our guys' game to the next level. All right, guys. So your undivided attention, really lock in, and you're going to be blown away. So Demetrio, take over, tell them your story, and show them some dope stuff in the market. All right.
Okay, I will do. Stevenson, thank you for inviting me. Guys, I met Stevenson. The picture which he has on the background is made by me 3 years ago when I met him on London. Actually, I went to the conference. I am a conference, and I went there as a photographer taking picture of people. And I said, okay, let me take picture of these rich men because I can make more money with them. And after I was thinking, if I sell the picture to this guy, okay, I will make some money, but the money goes. I will finish them quick. But I called him and I said, look, I don't want your money, but I want you to teach me trading. And he was agree. He trusts in my skill as a photographer. and we had the first one-to-one, I think, was sometimes in November 2019. And he gave me homework to be done in a week time, which I tried my best to do the homework. And when we had a meeting, my work was rubbish, and Stevenson was upset with me and says, you waste my time. I believe you don't want to learn trading. And I feel so bad. And I say, okay, give me another chance, please, and stuff like this. And he gave me one more week, give me more work to be done. And I have to mark up 24 charts in a week. And I have to look for all the engulfings and write down the engulfing, write down the trends, write down the flags, all this kind of stuff. And I was working non-stop for 7 days. I just 7 o'clock in the morning stays on front of computer. And obviously I was slow, because when you do something at the beginning, you are not quick like now. So anyway, I think, and that was very good Zoom with him when he does that for me, and it made me to be embarrassed. But anyway, he does well. And now I'm in the position where I can take the trade with 2 pips stop loss, sniper entries, but took me 3 years. And believe me, I worked so hard, and I even now I'm almost 7 days a week in front of my screen. I got 4 screens on my setup. It's with 4 screens, and I do analysis in many pairs. And when the signals, when the alarms come off, I just put those in my screen and I watching them. My entries, they are a minute, 30 seconds, and 15 seconds entries. So maybe in the future I will be on a 1 second entry bar. Okay, let me show you the way how I work. It's pretty much what Stevenson teaching you here, guys. And I teach my team, and plus I show some patterns. Okay, first let me put trading view. And any one of you, can you pick a pair? A pair which want me to do for you? Any pair? Because let's see if it's in chat. Any pair? Euro GPY. Oh, okay, Euro GPY.
Euro. You say euro, no, you say euro.
US 30. US 30.
Oh, US 30. I can do that, but I prefer Forex because they do more up and down. US 30s go up and just most on one direction.
Then USD CAD.
CAD.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
What's
So
your favorite pair?
okay, let me. Who's first? Euro. Let's go for Euro JPY, because is this pair which I like it to
Exactly.
Okay, first. On Euro JPY, on JPY pairs, I'm always look on futures. First future is like the XY, yes? And I'm watching on the biggest time frame. As we can see now, on the biggest time frame, we are very low. We are equal lows here. What does it mean? We have liquidity. My question is, when I do analysis anything, I have 3 questions. Where the banks they are in drawdown, where we have inefficient price, and where the liquidity are. If I can answer of these 3, I'm looking for point of interest on those situations. So for me, on this future, we got liquidity here. Okay.
Oh, not good.
Also, I think someone is on. Okay, so we got liquidity here. Now we still have this imbalance. So this is, for me, is point of interest. Why is that? Because here on the month, if the price come here, is going to take out all this liquidity, and we are going to fill up our imbalance. Good. So I know now this still can go down. This is good. Now we go on Euro JPY, where it is. Is here. Okay. And now I remove all my drawings. On the bigger time frame, what I do and what I teach my team, I would like to know which is my trading zone first, where I'm at. So for me, this is the higher high according with this, but is lower high according with that. This is my trading zone where I'm working. I got all the templates done. So I have many templates made by me. This is a bigger time frame, monthly. Now, where the liquidity are, we got here, liquidity, equal highs. Where the price, we have an efficient price. We have here. What we have is monthly imbalance. Monthly imbalance. As you can see, I have all the templates. Month imbalance, because I want to know where I'm in the charts. As we see early on futures, we saw we have imbalance here, and we have got liquidity here. On Euro JPY, is that the way around? So cool. So for me now, this is my targets. And also, I like to see what it is, what we have on this week. Let me cut the charts. I don't know what is stuck. Okay, good. So I want to investigate. You need to understand your pair. You have to know everything about your pair. Where do you have imbalances and point of interest, stuff like this. Okay. Now in 4 hours, maybe we go in 4 hours. We've got again equal highs. I mark them up. Equal highs. And we have here imbalance in 4 hours. For me, this is point of interest again, because this we can collect all the money from here, and and I mark up this high, and I say okay, maximum risk. Now this is 4 hour. I do a lot of work. I do a lot of investigation before I decide what I'm going to do. So I mark every single thing, everything. Now, it's a lot of work. I'm spending a lot of time in front of computer, but it's pay off. Now I pull this on here. Let's see where we are. Is this one, okay. So probably we can go there. Not too far. What I'm waiting now, if I'm looking for buy, definitely. But I'm not going to take a buy from here. No way, no chance. It's too high for me, even in 4 hours. This is the leg. And here we have a break of structure. Yes, we are in uptrend again. Yeah, we got a break of structure. Where you are. Here. Break of structure. Cool. Here we took liquidity. We got a break of structure. Now, what I will do now, I can use fib retracement. Template fib. And if I will buy this, I will buy anywhere from here. This is the discount price. So the first point of interest is this, because we got imbalance. And what I will do, I'm waiting for the price to come here on the lower time frame. And I will show you how I can manage to have entries with a very tight stop loss. So here I'm looking for accumulation. And obviously you have to have a spring, break of structure, test, and go. So for me, now this become trading zone, and maybe I will put schematic requirement on here. Another area can be here, or this point of interest, another point of interest. So you can mark up few point of interest, as Stevenson says early today. He's looking for different zones, and once the zones, the price come in the zone, he's looking for reversal patterns. Trading zone schematic requirement in this area, and you can go down. What I saw in the past, maybe I can thinking to take this lower down. Yeah, let's see what we have here. We go liquidity equal highs. We got liquidity here. We have to remember that. Let's go on 2 hours. Okay. 1 hour. Higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Cool. Wow. Good idea. I think this will be my first zone to take this baby down on 1 hour. Let's see in 30 minutes. Now, what I do, I'm looking for my trading zone, trading range, always trading range. So if this is higher low, higher high, higher low, if you don't know how to find out, always use this tool. It will be easy for you. Higher, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Our trading zone is now this. Trading range, actually, sorry. Trading range. Now we go here. Let's use fib. 71, exactly in our point. Now, this, I'm looking for schematic, but where? This can be anything in a minute and 30 seconds. Okay, let's go lower down. Now, if this Now this is in 15 minutes. We can put 15 minutes in balance like this. I know where I am. If this is not going to hold, here is not going to hold at all, because the price is very good price. We have buy, we have sell, it's everything close. So he's not going to hold the price. If this area is not going to hold, definitely here not. So my stop loss will be somewhere here on this point on 50 minutes. So stop loss will be here, and the entry, if you put gun box, for the information which I have now, this is what can I do for you in terms of stop loss, which is huge, 43 pips, it's huge. The only thing you have to wait to have the price on this area and choose after that. Maybe just put your alarms, which I'm doing now. Okay, so, okay, let me go a bit lower here on 10 minutes. This is another point of interest for me now in 10 minutes. Now, maybe our stop loss will be even smaller. What is that? 11 pips. I cannot go less than that for the information which I have in the chart. This is the smallest stop loss, so we can look for something like this. Entry, let's say entry 2 here, and entry 1 right here at this point. And if we have entry here, we can hold put the stop loss up here. Okay, this is what I can give you to you regarding Euro JPY. And now this is where I want to take the trade down, and I'm looking for direction, and I'm looking for the target in the highest time frame. So where it was 71 and 78. So even like this, we can go here. Even with this 40, whatever it was, risk reward, it's 18 to 1 to 18, which is, I think it's good risk reward, 1 to 18. If we go with the other one, short position, okay, and let's go to this high. We don't have to even this one, no, pause this one. Okay, we can go here. If we are greedy, we can try to get up to here. It's risk ratio 1 to 26 at this point. And yes, so this is what I have for you in terms of Euro JPY at the moment. But we have to wait for the price to show us different things. Well, we have to wait. This is wait. And let me show you how I take the trade with, I think, very tight stop loss on Friday. I think was here. Let me cut this one, reply. I was in point of interest for me. I had this highs couple of times. So I went in 30 seconds. And I have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Here I saw the price start to going down.
once it's going down, my entry was here and stop loss was here. So it was 4 pips. This is was my entry on Friday USD cut. So yeah, and also had GPP odd. My entry was this is funny because I woke up around, I don't know, it was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the toilet, and the price was somewhere here, and I just moved my mouse, and obviously my computer started on, and I just watched GPP odd, and I said, oh, the price is here, okay, I got the imbalance here, all right, what should I do? I put gun box in the middle, and I put the entry exactly here, and he's just touched me, and he goes down. No, zero drawdown. He just come, take me down, and all the way down. Zero drawdown, and my stop loss was, I think, was here, because I see it's night. Okay, what was the stop loss in that? Was 10 pips, but zero drawdown, just go down. And I have done in USD chef a while ago, and I will show you on my Telegram on was in 30 minutes. Another cool entry. Where it was. Yeah, it was here. Entry short, see here? The price, it comes, touch, and goes. And I will, was this, I think, what date was? January 11 January, I think. And I'll show you Dumitru charts. Let's go there. Look how many charts I mark up. Thousands of markup. Thousands. It's trading, you can make it. Everyone can learn. But you have to put a lot of effort. A lot. Tons of hours. Was 11. 1st February. And I give this to my team all the time. Somewhere here. Well. Look, yeah, that's the one. 11. Can see entry 1 and entry 2. If you can see 92778. 92778. Where you are? Nine two seven seven eight. Can see 92778. And the price was here, and when touch here, take the trade straight away down, boom. And I had another entry on USD chef. Actually, I had 2 entries. I was teaching someone in my team, and I said, okay, we can have the price was somewhere here, and I said, okay, we have first entry here, we can have the first entry and second one. And he just come, the stop loss was 6 pips. On this one, the drawdown, it was 0.4, less than a pip. I think he went up 18 pips, yes. every time when the price goes up straight away, I put straight away in break even. I put myself straight away in break even. I take many break even a day, can take 6, 10 a day, because the way how I do my own analysis on trades, I know I'm very, very low, very high. So I'm hoping the price is going from there. Imagine if you can take it from here, it's not coming back. So this is the whole thing. And this is the second entry. As you see on this one, the stop loss was 6.9 pips. And when he came, I was in drawdown 2.1. And I have another entry later, I think. Here, where was this markup? Straight here. I don't remember what was the time frame at that time. 1 hour, yeah. And guess what? Can see? You use gun box. You have entry 1 and entry 2. And the stop loss, this can be 21. I'm not sure if I could go lower than that. I wouldn't. So sometimes it's bigger, but you just wait for the price to get there. All right, guys. So that's it from me. But think like this: many years ago, 3 years ago, I didn't know nothing about trading. Zero. And I want to say thank you to Stevenson, because he's the guy who put the trading in my hand. And I'm very pleased, and I don't know, he's my man. It's I love him so much, and we are good friends. And sorry we don't met too often, because he live in New York and I'm in London, but you know.
Don't get too emotional now. Don't get too emotional now, man. But yo, guys, man, give it up for Demetrio, man. Yo, drop some love in the chat for him. So yeah, anybody who's ever done one-on-ones with me, I'm not the nicest teacher in the world.
But you can learn. It's better.
I bring out the best in you. I'm that coach that's just gonna bring out the best in you, because if you want the life you say you want, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna put in that time, that effort, that commitment. So, you know, that's what Demetrio did. You know, Demetrio said, you know, Steve, I want a different life. I want to, you know, kind of get out of photography, and I want to be able to just be independent. And I said, you can get there. Like, all you guys can get there. I promise you, you all can get there. I just got to put in the work. You see what Demetrio puts in more work than me now. And that's what I said, to the point now, in a way, some of you guys are like, yo, Steve, Demetrio's better than you. Yeah. And but that's how it's supposed to be. When you're a coach, when you're coaching people, if you're doing it right, they're supposed to surpass you. I tell you guys,
how many trades, hold on, Stevenson, how many trades I take per day? If I'm in one pair and I stick with that, I just stick with one pair. I don't take more than 1 or 2 trades a day if make me money. I don't, when I started in the morning, before I met Stevenson, I woke up at 10 o'clock in the morning. I have all the FOREX on my charts, buy, sell, buy, everything. No, it's not working like this. You can make money with just one pair.
One pair. That's why you guys, when you trade with me, I don't take 15 setups. There's a reason for that, because you don't need it. You don't need it, right? But again, that's discipline. That's the discipline that I talk about. And I explain to you guys over and over again, like, you have to be disciplined in your craft. Some of you guys actually have the components to be, you know, on par with Demetrio and other people that I've trained. It's just changing those simple things, right? Adding, right? Like I said, the discipline, the commitment, the work ethic. And I promise you, you guys do that, you'll see the results. You'll get results like Demetrio, man. Demetrio's come a long way. and, you know, super proud of him. And there's a lot of you guys in here, you're looking to have your own breakthrough. And I'm here to tell you it's coming, right? Now we trade full time. You full time now, right?
I don't do photography much.
Yeah, no, the only time he'll photograph is when I'm in town. That's about it. But
Only to Stevenson I do photography. Only to
that's about it. But other than that, as you guys saw, right? Maybe some of you guys thought it got a little complicated when it's the same stuff. I promise you. The only thing he's doing now, he's just doing it on the 30-second time frame. He's doing it on the 30-second, right? The same stuff I told you, instead of waiting on the higher, boom. Here's the thing. You know why I teach you guys that on the higher time frame? Because it teaches you patience, teaches you discipline. See, when you run to the smaller time frames right out the gate, you have no discipline. You have no patience. Learn the patience, learn the discipline. By the time you get to the smaller time frame, right, it's going to be easier. You have no problem waiting, right? It's just waiting. Okay, so you guys can all get there. You guys can all do it. You can accomplish it if you truly want it, but you got to put in the work. You gotta put in the work. There's only so much myself can do, anybody can do. I mean, it really ultimately comes down to you guys. So, you know, that's it for Saturday afternoons training pop-up. Hopefully you guys learned something, you got something out of this. Yo, Dimitro, I appreciate you very, very, very much. I might do this again. I might bring out another special guest for you guys. Maybe not. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. Depends on how much you guys are like bugging me and stuff. But I appreciate everybody's time, man. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. I'll upload this in our group chat for the rest of you guys. Take care. Stay blessed. Have a great one.
Guys, this is the man who put the trading in my hand. If it wasn't you, I'd never be a trader, 100%. And thank you for that. I'm much
You've come a long way. You come a long way. Does everybody understand me? Or you need a translator, or everybody good?
Yeah, most of them, they speak English. They understand English.
Yes, most. Not all, though. Most. All right, perfect. What's up, guys? Let me highlight my...
You know, Steve, I would like to ask you something. How do you start or something like this? We can motivate them, because people, they start today and they want to make money yesterday, you know? And some of them, they have 2-3 months in the team and I'm depressing because I cannot make it. You know, for me, it took me 3 years to do this stuff. How long was taking to you?
Cool. Can you make me co-host so I can highlight my or spotlight my right?
1 second.
So everybody can see me.
Make host, yeah?
Co-host. You don't have to make me host.
I make it host.
Thank you. All right. So what's up, everybody? So what's going on, guys? My name is Stevenson Lindor. I'm a Go Live educator for I Am Master Academy. I've been an educator now, going on 6 years for the platform. I've been teaching for 7. I've been trading for about 8 years. All right. Hail from New York City. I met Dimitro back in 2019. 2019, because I was on tour.
November.
Yeah, right. I was on tour. Met Dimitro. Dimitro took some pictures of me and everything like that. It was great. We connected afterwards, and he was really interested in learning the skill set of trading. So, you know, I always tell people, you know, I tell my team, I tell everybody, like, to become a trader it's a journey, right? It's like if you decide to become a doctor or a lawyer, right? You're not going to become a doctor or a lawyer because you decide today you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, right? You have to go through the process, all right? And that process takes time, okay? Even right now, myself, I never call myself a master trader. Never call myself a master trader, because when you call yourself a master, that means you've absolutely mastered something. I'm still learning, still growing, still evolving, and that's the dedication it takes, all right? So just because you joined yesterday doesn't mean you're going to become a millionaire tomorrow, by the weekend, by next week, right? It's a journey, all right? It's a journey. And I have, you know, like 4 main rules when it comes to trading. All right, you guys write this down, keep a mental note, preferably write it down. I have 4 rules when it comes to trading. Number 1, the first thing you need is knowledge. All right, you need knowledge. If you want to become a successful trader, you have to have knowledge. You have to have the right knowledge. You know, Demetrio, I think some of you guys were on the training I did on Saturday. And I always explain to people, Demetrio was trading and he was, you know, showing his skill. And, you know, he was giving thanks. And I said, no, Demetrio, you got the right knowledge, right? Compared to what you previously had before. When you don't have the right knowledge, you can't expect to execute or do a project or become successful at something with the wrong knowledge, with the wrong information. Again, to make it simple, if you want to become a doctor or lawyer, and I'm giving you the wrong information or you're receiving the wrong information, how do you expect to become a doctor? How do you expect to become a lawyer, right? So knowledge, all right? So the process you guys are going through right now with Demetrio, some of you guys are probably looking at a screen and like, what is this guy talking about? He has this, that, John Phibbs, this, right? You're gaining the knowledge. And in the beginning, knowledge always seems foreign because you know nothing about it, right? You're going through that learning curve, okay? You know, it's funny. I'm watching him. He's speaking in Romanian, obviously, right? He didn't even know I was on the call, but I understood everything he was talking about. I understood everything he was talking about. That's crazy. I understood everything he was talking about. Real quick, like that GA setup he's looking for, right? Looking for a sell. I have the same thing, right? I marked this up. I have the same thing. So waking up this morning, I already know, yes, I'm looking for price to potentially come somewhere around here, right? We've broken structure, perfect. Pull back and then take off. All right. I don't speak the same language as you guys, but because I understand and I have the information already, even though there's a language barrier, I understand what he was doing, right? Because I have the knowledge. So I'm telling you guys the same thing. You have to get the proper knowledge in order to become successful at this. Number two, guys, let me put this in bold so you guys can see this, right? So number 1, these are like my pillars, right? My main principles when it comes to trading. So number 1, knowledge. Number 2, you know, risk management. All right, risk management is so key, right? So, you know, Demetrio's telling me, hey, Steve, you know, I'm only looking for 3 pip, 4 pip, 2 pip stop loss. You know, I don't want no more than 10 and everything like that. That's proper risk management. That's proper risk management. The number 1 reason why a lot of traders fail is because they have terrible, terrible risk management. All right, they have terrible risk management. Okay, it's like people treat the markets like the casino. They go there, they gamble, right? They just throw their money away. There's a reason why the house always wins. Guys, do you understand that only about 3% of traders are successful? Only 3%. That's a small percentage, right? That's a small percentage. So you're learning how to become part of that 3%. All right, does that make sense? And the only way to become part of that 3%, you have to have risk management. Number 3, all right, discipline. How you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you're not disciplined in your craft, how do you expect to become successful? Right? Every morning, for the most part, I wake up, I go to the gym, like that's part of my schedule. That's part of me being disciplined, right? Staying healthy, right? Making sure I get my green juice in the morning, making sure that I eat fruits and all that stuff. You ask me, hey, Steve, you haven't gotten sick throughout this pandemic? No, right? Because I take care of my body, right? I'm disciplined, all right? You have to be disciplined in this craft. You have to practice every single day. You have to chart more than you trade. And I always tell people, you know, again, how you operate on your day-to-day life is what's going to show up in the markets, believe it or not. Truth be told, same thing with risk management. If you're late paying your bills and you're bad with money management, what do you think? You're going to just automatically be a wizard at money management when you come to the charts? It doesn't work that way. Number 4, right? Patience. Ladies and gentlemen, you must be patient. You have to be patient. Notice the 4 things that you need to become successful in trading: knowledge, risk management, discipline, patience. It has nothing to do with the charts itself, right? You don't see imbalance candles. You don't see point of interest. You don't see break of structure. You don't see none of that. Because these 4 things, right, go beyond the charts. If you don't have the right knowledge, trust me, if you're just using indicators, and I'm not saying you can fail using indicators. I know some traders who use indicators and they're successful with it. But if you don't have the right knowledge, you're not going to be good. If your risk management is bad, you're not going to be good. If your discipline is bad, you're not going to be good. If you don't learn patience, right? If you're an impatient individual, I promise you, you'll be impatient when it comes to trading. Do you guys mind if I show you a PowerPoint that I did a while ago? It talked about the mindset, because Demetrio wanted me to come on here and talk a lot about mindset. Is that all right, Demetrio? Have
Yes,
time?
yes.
Yes? All right.
And another question for you. Many of us, they say, I lost a lot of money. How much? 100 pounds or 200, 1,000. How much did you lost on your journey?
Oh, I've lost over, like, in one day, I've lost over $100,000. In one day, over $100,000, and that was in one day. Over my career, probably over 300, right? I've gotten it back, of course, but over like 300. Yeah. If you want to make millions, you better learn to lose thousands. If you want to make billions, you're gonna have to learn to lose millions, right? You want to make thousands, you're gonna have to learn to lose hundreds. You can't get to the next level without going through the first, right? It's steps. That's part of the game. That's part of the game. So real quick, let me show you guys I did this PowerPoint. I want to go over this with you guys. I think it'll be very good since we're talking about mindset, right? Understand, trading is an art. Trading is a skill set. You got to perfect it every single day, day in and day out. All right. Trading requires commitment to the craft. All right. Commitment to the craft. Like I said, Demetrio, he marks up hundreds of charts. Can you say you're doing the same thing or even more? And if you're not, why not? Trading is 10% skill, 90% mental. So it's actually so many people, I got to do more chart work. Have you worked on your mental? Is your mental there? Like you said, some of you guys, you've lost a lot of money, and because you've lost so much money, you're mentally damaged, right? You can't even operate. I know traders who know what they're doing on the charts, but because they've lost so much, they're mentally damaged, right? It's like dealing with a mentally damaged person, right? They've been through so much stress. They've seen so much depression in their life, even though they know how to cross the street, right? Even though they know how to drive a car, but because they're so mentally damaged, it affects how they cross the street. Now they're more prone to get into an accident. Now, when they're behind the car, behind the wheel of a vehicle, right? Don't you notice, if you guys look up statistics, say, most people who get in a car accident, right? What is one of the reasons why they get into car accidents? Yeah, some of them is naturally by accident. That's why it's called an accident. But most people, drunk driving, right? Lack of focus, all those things like that. When you dig deeper to the individual that caused, especially the ones that caused the accident, it's because they're mentally damaged, right? They were stressed from work, stressed from their everyday today life. That will affect you from trading. If you had a bad day at work and then you come to trade, you're not going to have a good trading day because you're thinking about work. If you're stressed at home or you're dealing with personal issues, remember, you carry that wherever you go, right? It's like going to a party knowing you had a bad day. You're going to the party to like cheer up, but you had such a bad day, you can't even enjoy yourself at the party. Does that make sense? Everybody type a 1 for those who got that. That makes sense, right? You can't even go to the party and enjoy yourself because you had such a bad day. You're so mentally damaged, right? Makes sense? Am I going too fast? Does everybody get that? Like I said, type a 1 in the chat.
Very good.
No, that's good.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Right? The mental part is always the toughest battle. The mental part is always the toughest battle. That's the toughest part of this entire journey. And if you can conquer that, trading will be very, very easy. Right? So I talked about it, the 4 ingredients when it comes to trading: knowledge, risk management, discipline, patience. All right? You need that if you want to become a successful trader. All right? Trading mistakes after a loss. All right? Most people, this is mistakes they make. They trade through the pain. Oh, I lost. Let me keep trading, you know? That's not good, right? I withdraw from trading. I revenge trade. Oof, that's the worst. When you revenge trade because you lost some money, you feel the need, you have to make up for it. It's like being in a casino, right? Or you're gambling. Because you lost money, you know, you're emotionally attached to the money, so you feel you have to get it back. You must learn how to handle losing trade as much as you learn to win trades. It's very important. You have to learn how to handle losing trades as much as you learn to lose trades. All right. Trading mistakes, probably some of you guys are going through, right? Getting out of trades too quickly. Or holding positions too long, right? How many of you guys have done that? You held on to the position because you're so confident it's going to go your direction, when in actuality, it's long gone. You should let it go, right? You're in a losing trade, let it go. Skipping trades with the fear of losing. You have Demetrio here. He trades with you guys, from what I hear, every single day. Some of you guys, you don't even get into trades, right, Demetrio? They'll just watch you take the trade, don't even take the trade because they're so scared, right?
Most of the time we take the trade together.
Yeah, they take it, but then you have probably some people, they don't take the trade because they lost the last trade, you know, because I'm pretty sure everybody does this. Who has trading groups, they'll check, hey, did everybody take the trade? And some people, oh, I didn't take the trade, right? Because I lost the last 2. So they're scared, right? They're scared to jump, right? If a person had previously almost drowned in water, right? They're not going to be too excited to jump back into the water because they almost drowned. Make sense, right? Getting into more trades than you should. That's not good. Getting into more trades, and then you know you should stop. I always tell people minimal is always the best. So like that GA trade, that's it. Focus on that. You don't need to trade this pair, that pair, that pair, that pair. One of the biggest problems I always find with people, trade too much, over trade. All right. Reacting to losses. Successful traders, we use losses as an opportunity to learn from your mistakes. Every time you lose, you're not losing, you're learning, right? You either win or you learn. The only time you really lose, you never learn from your losses, and then you give up. But if you remember life, that's what life does. Life is going to keep giving you the same lesson over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, until you learn the lesson. Right? So if you're somebody who doesn't put stop loss, guess what? The market is going to make sure you keep blowing your account until you learn to use stop loss. Yep, the market will blow your account until you learn to use stop loss. All right. Real quick, 5 rules for dealing with a loss. Never let a bad trading day cost you more than what you would win on an average win day. All right. So always control the losses. That's the only thing we can do. We can't control the market, guys. As much as we think we can't control the market. The only thing I can control, my stop loss. My stop loss, my entries, all those things. Control that. You're going to have big winning days, small winning days. You're going to have small losing days and big losing days. If you eliminate the big losing days, you'll be okay with everything else. I promise you. If you can get rid of the big losing days, because guess what? The small winning days is going to cancel out the small losing days. Your big trading days, that's what's going to really grow your account. If you can get rid of the big losing days, I promise you, your account will grow. Rule number 2, always know your stop loss before entering a trade. Right? You got to know your stop loss before entering a trade. The stop loss is the greatest tool you have at your disposal. Never widen it once you have entered the market, right? Or if it goes against you. Either you win or lose, but don't adjust it. Oh, let me raise it another 2 pips, then 5 pips, then 10 pips. Before you know it, you have like a 30, 40, 50 pip stop loss. Number 3, don't get involved with revenge trading. Learn to control your emotions, or your emotions will control you in the markets. Losses causes all sorts of inner conflict, fear, revenge, anger, frustration, right? You know why the market makes so much money, just like the casino? Because they're banking on your emotions as a trader. That's what they're doing. They're making money off your emotions. Because they know humans are emotional creatures. We are emotional people. If we lose as human beings, we don't like to lose. So we feel we have to revenge trade. We have to get it back. We have to do something about this. I lost. Learn to control your emotions. All right. So last but not least, accept responsibility. There's always an excuse for a losing trade. Accept it and own it. As traders, investors, we must accept the risks. Don't blame Demetrio. Don't blame, your friend, your cousin. Don't blame God, right? Blaming others for your trading means you haven't accepted responsibility. And if you're blaming other people, at that point, you shouldn't be trading. Shouldn't be trading. And this is what I really do. Because Demetrio asked me, when I took my biggest loss, when I lost over 100,000 in one day, right? I took a step back to get back into a better mindset so I can refocus. Assess what happened by reviewing your trades carefully. Go back, look at it. Understanding what went wrong will reduce losses in the future. The market's not going nowhere. I'm never in a rush to trade. Seriously, I'm never in a rush to trade. I'll miss a day, 2 days, 3 days. It's okay. No need to rush a trade, especially if you're not in the right mindset. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes, for me it's perfect.
Yes. Does everybody understand that? What I just went over?
No, we are good. We are good.
Yes. Good. Good. That's very important. All right. I go over that mindset with my team a lot because people come in and they go through that. You're gonna go through that. You're gonna go through the emotions. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game.
I always say to them, you have to draw your own charts. Look for what you have done and follow the chart and see later in a week or 2 days later, whatever, see what you have done. And you don't have to take the trade. Just look what you have done, what you mark up, and what the price does for you. And this is the way to learn, because they see me draw every day and they don't do it.
Right. No. Same. Trust me, I do the same thing with my team. Right. Hundreds of people get on calls with me and I'll ask, are you practicing? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Yes, it's good. You get to see me do it, but that doesn't help you. You're only gonna get better if you do the work.
When I start with you, I remember you give me 24 charts to mark up in a 1 week, to mark up all the engulfing, all the bearish flag in the first week, and after you asked me to do something else, and over and over a year, 24 charts was a lot for me, because I was at the beginning and I could not spot them so quick. So take me long time. Actually, 7 days took me to mark up all this.
But what I did was I threw Demetriel in the water, right? Gotta throw him in the water, because by getting him used to doing that now, look what it's done for him at this present moment. Now he's used to marking up. Now he understands, oh, this is why I keep marking up charts. This is what Steve was talking about. The more I practice, the better I'm going to get at it, right? Marking up 2-3 charts in the beginning of your journey is not going to help you. Is not going to help you, right? If you're only doing 1 chart a week, 2 chart a week, no good, right? You have to get into reps. The more reps you get in, the better you're going to get at it, right? So it's again, understanding the journey that you're about to embark in, respecting the process, and just know your time is going to come if you truly want this. If you truly want to become a professional trader, you want to become part of that 3%, right? And again, just know not every single day, every single month, you're going to be making hundreds and thousands of dollars. You guys know this. Some days, Demetrio, you'll lose a trade. Some days you'll make a lot of money. Some days you don't. Some days you'll be like, okay, we didn't really make a lot of money today. That's part of the game. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the market. That's just part of the game. Does anybody have any questions I could answer for you? Something difficult you're going through?
One of the difficult one. How much did you win in one trade or in 1 day? The biggest your win?
My biggest trade in a day was like 200,000. In a week, like 400. But that 100 in 1 day, that was a real like, yeah.
So the
yeah,
biggest
like I'll show you. This was the trade. I'll never forget it. This was the trade. It was yeah, euro odd. I have the same, pretty much same. I'm waiting for pull. So you see on the 30-minute, so I already know. Looking for that and then go up. This was the trade. I'll never forget it. It was GU. I will never forget this trade ever. This is where I lost.
Oh.
I didn't know what flags was. I didn't know what point of interest was. I didn't know none of that stuff.
2016. Oh, long time.
Yes, 2016. Anybody recall what happened on this day?
Yeah, the liquidity has been grabbed.
That was Brexit. It was Brexit. That was the day.
Thank you.
For Brexit.
That's what it was. It was Brexit.
Ah.
That was the day. It was Brexit. I was in a buy, and I was doing good for the day. I remember I was up like 80,000, right? I was trading on a big account, and then that happened. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was just, oh my God.
Why?
Oh my God.
Stop loss in profit when you have 80,000.
I was up 80. I thought, nah, my trades are gonna run. I was being cocky. I never thought price would reverse that much because it never happened to me before. You know, remember 2016, that was 6 years ago. So I was only, you know, trading for a couple. Prior to that, if you look, right? No such thing as a trading day like that, right? Like I just started trading in 2015, right? I never experienced a day like this, right? These are normal days. I never thought, if anything, something like this, right? Something similar, not all of this.
No one expected it.
No one expects. So I definitely didn't expect that, right? So again, my journey began somewhere around here when I started trading. So this is what I was used to. Normal trading days like this, So I was in a buy. They said Brexit. Okay. So I knew there was going to be some activity, but nothing like this. Like this was the whole daily candle, right? And if you look at it, since then, we haven't had another day like that. No, we haven't had another day. You see, yeah, similar move, but this was a culmination of days, right? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is all one candle.
One day.
One day, right? Oh, it was like over 1,000.
Wow.
It was like over 1,000 easily, right? See, over 1,700 pips. And what made it worse, it kept dropping, right? So that was my biggest lesson. I'll never, ever forget that day. That was my biggest, anytime something traumatic happens to you, you'll never forget it. Right? You'll never forget it. I'm pretty sure for every single one of you guys who've had a very bad trading day, you can tell me exactly what pair it was, exactly the day it happened. Right? This was my day. This is where I wanted to cry. I was shocked. I was like, oh, I'm broke. I'm really broke now.
How was the days after?
How was the day after? I was depressed. I was with my girlfriend at the time. I was like, she's like, what are we going to do? I'm like, what are we going to do? We have to sell everything. I'm broke. I don't have no money, right? I had to go back to New York. I had to sell everything. Shoot, I had to get rid of my girlfriend. I couldn't afford her no more. I was broke. I was depressed. I had to reevaluate my life. As a man, being able to provide is very big to us, right? Having financial security is
definitely.
Big to us. So when you could, I was only, I had quit my job. I wasn't working corporate no more. I thought I was big shot. I was going to be good. And I lost all that money in one day. And it was like, oh my God. Right. So that was a very, 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 very violent lesson in the market for me. Right. But it made me a better trader. It made me the trader I am, because if I didn't go through this lesson, if I would have quit, Dimitro would have probably never really began his journey.
Yeah, 100%. And none of them. And Stevenson, I want you to introduce you my friend Leo Brown. It's my brother from different mother.
Yeah.
I find out about IM through him. So if it wasn't him, I wouldn't know about IM. I wouldn't know about you. So first time I learned FOREX from him, because he's a trader. And I went to his place at home, but at home you cannot do much. How much you can learn?
Right.
Just, and after he mentioned IM, and look at me, I'm here.
There you go.
Pleasure to meet you, bro. How you doing?
Nice. How you doing?
I'm really good, man, and it's just great to be on this call. Yeah, as you just said, I've just watched Dimitro's journey from, not knowing literally. I remember the first day he first said, look, what is this trading thing that you do? And, since then, the journey has been completely incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. And as another one of his mentors, you've seen the progress as well. And I think for everybody that's on the call, we should just say it's possible for everyone. It really is possible for everyone, with time, with dedication, with marking up the charts and listening to smart people like yourself, Steve. So thanks for being on the call today.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Appreciate it. So let me do a top down. Somebody asked me to do, how do I do a top down analysis? So remember, I like simplicity, and because, you know, I'm used to trading, educating a lot of people. So one trade that we caught yesterday was odd USD, right? So the first thing that I do, all right, I always, right, I always go to a higher time frame, right? Preferably daily, weekly. Now, I want you guys to just keep this in mind, all right? I don't recommend trading off the daily or weekly, all right? And this is what I mean by that. Remember, each candlestick represents that time frame, all right? So where a lot of people make mistakes when it comes to time frames, right? They think, oh, because I took a daily setup or a weekly setup or even a 1 hour setup, it's going to happen in 1 hour. No, right? You got to think about it. This, if you take a weekly setup, so for example, right, let's say this pulls back, right, at a POI zone. Let's say this pulls back to this imbalance zone down here, right? This is going to take weeks. It's not going to happen in 1 week. It's going to take weeks, right? Look how many weeks it took just to get up to the top, right? We're talking about over a month, 2 months, 3 months, close to 4 months, right? So understand, each time frame, it takes days. I'm sorry, that was the daily time frame. That took days, right? 4, 5, 6. So about 2 weeks, close to 3. So every time frame that you're trading on, think about it, right? It's gonna take literally, if not, so if I'm trading on, let's say the 1 hour, pretty much my day is gone. If you're looking at a 1 hour setup, right? Like this right here, expecting this to pull back, this is gonna take the entire day, right? That's why Demetrio loves trading. If you trade on the 1 minute, it'll probably take a couple of hours. Yeah, you'd be surprised. It'll take a couple of hours, right? 5 minute intraday, most of your days, 15 minutes, so on and so forth. So keep that in mind when you're trading on these time frames, all right? Just because it's the daily doesn't mean it's going to take a day. Does that make sense? All right. So the first thing I like to do is I always like to look at like either the daily or the weekly. I like to see where I'm at. Very rarely will I have to go on the monthly unless I can't see what's happening on the daily or weekly, right? The chart is so far gone, I can't see what's going on. All right. Now, of course, I want to figure out, am I in an uptrend? Am I in a downtrend? What's going on? Right. So I just like to do simple things. I always, no matter what, like to draw trend lines. I like to identify, do I got higher highs, higher lows? Right. So this was my turning point, right? This was my last lower low. After that, price did what? Based on this daily, broke structure, right? Broke structure. So price is turning around here. So I got a breaker structure. I got price breaking out. Now I know I gotta wait for a pullback. To keep this simple, just in case any of you guys are struggling, right? Let me go over here. All right, I actually saved this. All right, always remember this sequence. Always remember this sequence, right? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And every time price breaks structure, remember the leg that broke structure. The leg that broke structure, price needs to pull back. The leg that broke structure, price needs to pull back. The leg that broke structure, price needs to pull back. So when price is ready to reverse, you're going to have a change of character, right? Basically, your first sign of, right, breaker structure of change of direction, trend reversal, all right? After that, you get that pullback. And notice the pullback will always coincide with the POI, point of interest, right? Or an imbalance, basically in conjunction. So right over here, notice, what did price do, right? What did price do? It broke out, just like this. It broke out and then it came back, right? Came back, filled in these POIs, filled in that point of interest before you got your continuation. That's the exact same thing you see over here. Does that make sense? Everybody see that?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Sequence. Whatever example, I can give you guys multiple examples, right? Liquidity zones, equal highs, equal lows, same thing, right? See this over and over. If you guys can just study this pattern, right? Lower low, break of structure, lower low, lower high, break of structure. After that, boom, that first BOS, right? Equal lows, right? Price will always, that liquidity trap, always pull back to that POI before takeoff. See that example? Right?
Yeah.
Great.
Right. See that example? Same thing over here, right? Like I said, this sequence, if you can remember this sequence, see that? Come up, come down, break, retest, and then take off. Whether I'm looking for a buy or a sell. Whether I'm looking for a buy or a sell. So when it came to all New Zealand, right? Not all New Zealand, but all USD, we saw, all right, price was taking off. Always look left, always understand if I'm near, right? A major supply or demand zone, right? I understood I was near a supply zone. I was near a supply zone. So we actually caught the sell yesterday, right? We knew it was coming. We seen the divergence. We seen what was going on. But now we got our first real break of structure. This break here. And when it broke, what did it do? What did it leave, guys?
Imbalance.
Imbalance, and POI, right? Imbalance and POI. So I know price is going to come back to retest, fill in that imbalance and come back to this POI candle before I'll get my continuation down. Does that make sense? Right? Just like the same thing on this, right? I always get these examples for my team. So the more they see it, the more they understand, right? See that? Got change, boom, right? Left liquidity, pull back. Remember, always the leg that breaks, you will get price, pull back. So no need to chase. Oh, price is running, is going to a downtrend, uptrend. Let me chase. No need to chase. See, we're not chasing the sell on odd USD. No need to chase. We know it's gonna come back. We know this needs to be filled. No need to chase. Pull back. Right? Let it come. When it came down, did it break? No. Right? It's always the leg that broke structure. See, the leg that broke structure. See, broke structure, broke the liquidity, and what did price do? Pulled back. Pulled back, right? Same thing. Look at that, the structure right here. Price broke. This is the leg. What do you have here?
Break of structure.
Right, break of structure and imbalance. Imbalance and then POI. Remember, guys, the POI candle is the last candle before takeoff. So if this is a downtrend, this was the last bullish candle before this bearish move down. So this is the zone you want to mark up. So as you can see, price fills in the imbalance, comes back to the POI, and then take off. So that's what I'm expecting over here.
Yeah.
Right. So when price comes, and this is what you want to do always, right? So I could say, leave my trade here, not too bad, right? But this is on the 1 hour. If I want to narrow in my entry and reduce my risk for a better reward, this is where the 5 minute and this is where the 1 minute comes into play. So now, if price really pulls back, right? Now, instead of 18 pips, right? Which isn't the worst, right? I've seen worse than that. Now I can reduce this and get under 15, under 10, right? Because guess what? Whatever happens on the smaller time, on the higher time frame, guess what it does? Does the same thing on a smaller. Same thing on a smaller, right? So that GA trade you guys are taking, right?
We're waiting now.
Right? Waiting for this to drop, right? Eventually, and it's going to some point. See this right here? Let's go to the 5 minute. We need a break. Price needs to break below this area.
Yeah.
Right? Notice when this was coming up, when this came down, it did not break. See? When this came down, it did not break. Right? This must break, especially with patterns like this. Must break. That's why you see that over here. Let me show you an example. Give you guys an example, man. Just simple, easy. If you guys can remember this when you're going to higher highs, higher lows, right? That last higher low, that last lower high. Wait for that break before jumping in the trade. So there you go. See the sell, right? Price broke. It must break. See the leg that broke it.
Yep.
See your imbalance candle. See your POI candle right there. Price is gonna pull back and then take off.
What you gonna do with the odd USD? Are you going to put your pending order, or you wait to see?
I usually put an alert.
Okay.
Right. Sometimes I'll put pending order, but I like to put an alert. So when price gets up here, right, I'll get a notification. That's how I'm able to sleep at night. I don't worry. I don't rush. So I'll get an alert. And then I like to see what price does. Yeah. Right. Because sometimes pending orders are good. Right. But sometimes I've noticed they'll like go past your pending order. Right. So I like to confirm that price action going to do. I like to see wick exhaustion, right? Reversal signs. And then once I see that, I'll be like, oh, okay, I know it's good, right? I always have my phone, even when I'm out and about, I'll get the notification and then I'll go check on the setup, right? I try not to look at no more than 3 setups for the week. 3 good setups. Like we took yesterday, German 30, right? So you see, German 30 still dropping. We got in yesterday here. Yesterday morning, pull back. See? So again, just like I just showed you guys, right? So price came down, pull back. It broke structure. So this is the leg that broke structure, right? The leg that broke. I wait for the pullback. There's your imbalance candle, right? There's your imbalance, and there's your POI. Imbalance, POI. You always want to, it's always good when you have an imbalance right around the POI, and then boom. And we took this trade yesterday. Came in, and as you can see, right? Same thing, S&P 500. See? Right? This morning, we were last night on our session. I was waiting for another pullback, but it didn't pull back, as you can see. And that's going to happen. Sometimes price will not pull back.
Yeah.
Sometimes price will not pull back. It will just take off, but it's okay. Same thing, as you can see, NAS 100, right? We took this yesterday, though. So pull back. See? And then there's your trade. I took profit around here. When I don't know if you guys trade indices in this group, but
we don't. Just
you don't. In the indices are good. They pay out a lot.
Maybe we are going to move on those.
Yeah, they pay out a lot, but
and they work only New York Open.
Gotcha. So yeah, this is good. So you're expecting that buy on odd USD. So yeah, that'd be good right around here. Somebody just sent me this. Do you guys see it? So yes, right?
Can we?
You guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yes. So basically, boom, fill in. You got your POI candle zone over here, and then boom. And you see how you have two zones just in case, right? That's the same thing over here. See how you have this just in case price breaks off, it goes to the next zone. It's the same thing I do when I trade, right? It's the same thing I do when I trade, right? So I had this on, what did I have this on? GJ, right? You have minor and you have major. You have minor and you have major, right? Just like this example here, right? You have, that's a good example, more so, where is it?
Your Instagram page?
My Instagram, but you know, because a lot of times I'll see trading. So I'll see stuff that I like that are good examples to show to my class so they can see, you know, remember, visual is everything. Right? So you'll have an extreme supply and then you have a minor supply, just like you have an extreme demand and a minor demand. So what you showed me there, that's exactly what you do, right? With this, that's exactly what it is. You'll have, let me do this. You'll have, right? You'll have there's your minor, and then there's another zone. So it's not like, don't ever think, oh, well, I don't know. No, they're both valid. This can hold, price can break, and then go to the next zone.
So in this case, you would take both of them?
Absolutely, right? If this holds, so if price gets here and it holds, there's your buy. If price breaks beyond it, then you know this is your next level that price can push to. Absolutely. Absolutely. They're not wrong, right? One thing that we as traders think, we think, oh, price is only supposed to go to this one area. No, you can have more than one area, right? Just like right here, I have more than one area on this GJ, right? GJ can hold here and drop. GJ can come all the way to the top, fill, and then drop, right? So it's all based on, so how do I know which one is which? Again, and this is where the 1 minute, the 5 minute comes into play, based on how price action acts over here. Make sense? So that's how I do top-down analysis, right? And again, I don't look for 100 trades. We're technically, my group, we're technically done for the week. We like to get done by like no later than Wednesday. So those indices that we took pretty much paid for our week. Moves like this, very good. phase for our week, right? The index moves faster than Forex. Only thing is you have to be careful with your lot size. They're not like Forex, right? And then here you go. Had this gold break, came back. See how this came back and filled, right? So I had this from last night on our trading session. I said, did you guys see the notes that I left? What did I have? I said, wait for BOS and then watch for entry on the retest. So basically, we need price to break out of here. And then, as you can see, what did price do?
Retracement.
It came back. See that? That's what I'm saying. If you guys can study this, master that sequence, change your life. All right. So, Demetrio, I actually have to go. I have to jump on another call.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely, absolutely, guys. Hopefully you learned something. You got some value out of this. So
Definitely.
the mindset of a trader, help you guys understand what you really need to develop, grow into, and work on in order to become an effective trader. And just be patient. Just be patient.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome, Demetrio, man. I'm sorry I was running a little late, but I appreciate you. Thank you very much, man. I got nothing but love. We'll stay in contact. For the rest of you guys, take care. Have fun trading for the rest of the day. Follow Demetrio's lead. You know, he's turned into a phenomenal educator and trader. And, you know, I can't wait to hear the success stories of so many of you guys. Just continue on the journey. Keep hope, keep faith alive, and you'll see the success that you want.